Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Talk. Don't be lying, yes, you already know. We got you here on Straight Talk, yeah. We got you grooving. Let us know how you doing. We keep it live right here on Straight Talk. Ricardo Montgomery.
Welcome to the Straight Talk with your boy Ricardo Montgomery, aka the voice of gospel radio. Hanging out with you on this day the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. I got a great show lined for y'all today. Today is MLK Day. Right here, you got the day off if you work for in the federal holiday here around the country. So, happy MLK Day to you. And it's also Dr. King's birthday. So we get 2 in 1 today. And so today we're celebrating the show. We're dedicating the show to Dr. King. Got a lot of other things coming up. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know a lot of y'all stayed inside. It's pretty cold all weekend long, and we're still dealing with frigid temperatures all this week. So please, just be careful, bundle up, check in on your neighbors, and just do what you can. One, to save electricity. Try not to use so much electricity, and just be smart. Let's just be smart out there. A lot of churches did online services, so that was a great thing this week, over the weekend. So if you did your online services out there, just keep everybody at home safe and less people on the roads. Thank you so much for making those decisions. And as you can see, if you're looking at this online, I got my Niners sweatshirt on because it's Niners week now. We've gotten through the wild card weekend. Uh, there's couple games going on today with Pittsburgh and Buffalo, and then also with Tampa Bay and Philadelphia. Doesn't matter because the Cowboys are out the playoffs. Cowboys are out the playoffs, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Nothing against my friends that are Cowboy fans and things like that, but still. Mm-mm-mm. But it's MLK weekend. I mean, it's MLK Day. Thanks to everyone who supported us on KCRO and all the businesses that supported us. With the just honoring and dedicating to the memory and legacy of Dr. King. It's a great. Thank you all so much, and we continue doing that today. So we're still going to have those businesses right here on Straight Talk today. But we got a great show live for y'all today, and I just want to get it on out the way, get into it because man, this is the day that we should honor Dr. King. So we got some Dr. King quotes coming in at you. Got some great topic. Got a great topic for you today, and we're gonna take a quick musical break. Come right back with more Straight Talk right after this. Join KCRO and the Rib Shack Smokehouse in a tribute to Dr. King.
I have a dream.
Located on Q Street in Omaha, the Rib Shack offers St. Louis-style ribs, down-home food with Southern hospitality. Order online at ribshacksmokehouse.com. Rib Shack Smokehouse, where good cooking is our pleasure, keeping the dream alive.
Stand by. I'll be right there.
He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him.
You need to be listening to him and trying to figure out what note you're going to sing next time. Okay, stop trying to take over my choir. That's a $13.75 fine.
Discover your essence and beauty with Valencia's Daughter handmade skincare products made in Omaha. Find us at Hy-Vee on 4th and Cass Street and at No Name Nutrition on 72nd Street. Visit SherryMadeWithLove.com now and enjoy an exclusive 10% off by using promo code DREAM24. Valencia's Daughter handmade skincare products made with love.
And the arms of a mother who could neither read nor write. Roland Hayes rose up to be one of the world's great singers and carried his melodious voice into the palaces and mansions of kings and queens. From crippling circumstances, there came a George Washington Carver to carve for himself an imperishable niche in the annals of science. There was a star in the diplomatic sky. And then came Ralph Bunce, the grandson of a slave preacher. And he reached up and grabbed it and allowed it to shine in his life with all of its scintillating beauty. There was a star in the athletic sky. And then came Jackie Robinson in his day and Willie Mays in his day with their powerful bats and their calm spirits. Then came Jesse Owens with his fleet and dashing feet. Then came Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali with their educated fists. All of them came to tell us that we can be somebody, and to justify the conviction of the poet, fleecy locks and black complexion cannot forfeit nature's claim. Skin may differ, but affection dwells in black and white the same. And if I were so tall as to reach the pole, or to grasp the ocean at a span, I must be measured by my soul. The mind is the standard of the man. And finally,
Welcome back to Straight Talk right here on AM 660 and 106.7, the Heartland's Christian Voice. And I'm your host, your guy, Ricardo Montgomery from the home studio. As traffic is still kind of bad out there due to the extreme cold weather and a lot of snow that got dumped on us over the weekend. So I am here at the home studio trying to stay off the road and also trying my best not to use up so much energy. They're asking everyone, since so many people are at home, not to use so much energy because we're all on each other's grid, and to use less energy during the peak hours. So me myself, as soon as I get done, because I'm using up a lot of energy right now, just got to be honest with you all, to do my show. But then as soon as I get done with what I have to do here, I will cut all my energy down and do the things I need to do to help conserve energy, right, for us all right here in Omaha and the Nebraska area. So also, as it is Dr. King's Day, it's his birthday, and it's also the day that we celebrate. Couple things real quick. So they are the Keeping the Dream Alive March has been postponed till February the 10th. That will be on a Saturday at 2 p.m. They will march, they will line up to assemble for the march at 1:30 p.m. At the Dr. King's Monument on 24th and Lake Street. And then it will go all the way to Pilgrim Baptist Church, which is at 2501 Hamilton Street. That again is 2501 Hamilton Street, where the march will happen on February the 10th. February the 10th. And the reason why they did that is because it's really cold outside. It's really cold, and we have to be careful. And it was a smart thing to do, is to be able to move this. Sad that we had to move it, but we had to do what we had to do to be smart for our own people out there, because it's extremely cold out there. So a couple other things to get moved around, but they'll get all the information to you right there. If you are into that, you want to know more about it, you can just find all the information on the whether things move to at the different places there that have those information. So, but coming back from our break, that was a speech from Dr. King when he was talking to a group of young people. And I forget the location, but they recorded the speech. It's kind of a rare speech that's being used, but I just love that because the fact that he's telling us, even in today, even right now, that don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let your skin color stop you. Don't let this stop you. Don't let that stop you. You are a special made person, and God has great gifts for you. And what I'm loving about today is the fact that we are talking and growing together. There's so many different things out there. I mean, I was on Good Spotlight Good News, which you probably heard earlier today or probably hear later on this week. That I was on there and just talking with Mr. Jim, about just so many different things in life and how things that God is using myself and others to do some amazing work. And also being on Ignite with Craig and Desiree Bozier, being on their podcast too, uh, and how God is just using us, no matter what the skin color is. God doesn't care about our skin tone. And it's something that we still hold ourselves up to. We keep pushing skin color, we keep pushing different issues to hold each other back from what God has for us. And if we really just let these things go and really look towards the kingdom, we will be able to see that there's a lot of good things that can come out of our communities if we allow God to use us in the way that we need to be used. Now we do the things that we do in life and on earth because of hiccups, and the main hiccup is always money, right? Money is always the main hiccup. If you don't have enough of it, you're struggling, you're mad, you're frustrated, you're this or that. You can't do the things you want to do. But when you have some of it or enough of it to be able to take care of yourself, then you want to do a lot of things, and you want to be a part of a lot of community things. But God just wants our time. God wants our time to be able to grow together and then watch the fruits of that come about from that. You know, it's difficult when we look at Dr. King's time and look at where we are now. Same problem, same issues, just related in a different way. All the times we're being notified and used by more so computers now than we are the media. And we're being targeted like crazy. Everything is an ad, everything is this, everything is that. And we're being targeted in such a large and huge rate to where the Bible, they want us to conflict the Bible. They want us to not look at God for everything. They want us to look at ourselves or look at someone else to be able to solve our problems. And these things are not true, and these things will not happen because it's not what God wants from us. Now, I enjoy this day because this day is one of the rare days that we do honor an African American man in this country. And I just don't want to, offend anyone, but it's the truth. There's a lot of great African Americans that have lived in these United States, and we finally get a chance to honor and respect Dr. King. But then there's so many more. But the fight just to get a day for Dr. King was difficult. It was all done in the 80s. This song Stevie Wonder has called Happy Birthday was just a tribute to help bring up funds so they keep the fight going to get Dr. King Day. And we go through so much, not only in America, but right here in Omaha too. I'm just going to be straight today. We go through a lot. I mean, as a newcomer, I came in and it was not easy. But I thank God for being God because if it wasn't for God, I think we'd have had to pack up and leave because it was tough. It was hard because there's two sides and you're fighting sides and you're trying to do kingdom work. You're trying to do ministry work. A lot of us are trying to do ministry work and we're fighting two sides all the time. We're always fighting two sides, even though it seems like you're not. The illusion seems like you're not. It's kind of like baseball. There's an unwritten rule, but the unwritten rule is what's killing us. We're not growing together. We're not doing things together. We're not building together. And this has to end. It has to end. And it's not the end to make Ricardo's life better. It's the end to make all of our lives better. God has a way of really revealing things to us, and um, I'm sitting here today with you all, and I'm praying, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I want to celebrate Dr. King, but how do I celebrate Dr. King without bringing up the issues that hold us back, consistently hold us back? There's there's so many things that you may see in me, or if you know me, see me, and then think, okay, well, this guy's this way, and then come to find out, no, I'm not. But through God, we can work things out. There's a lot of things going on that, as we see in the churches are struggling. The attendance is low. The tithing is low. All these different things is hurting our churches. And to grow the church, you present yourself into a way to be able to say, hey, here's what we can do together. Here's how we can really build this up, and put it in the right way, and make it work the way that it's intended to work. But how do we do that if we're always turning each other away? We're always turning each other away. And how is God going to receive that once we get to heaven? Once we see Jesus Christ, how is He going to receive the way that we treat each other? The way we just blocked each other out of the way. The way we saw one guy or one girl who God gave a mission to. And although He provided in different ways, but you had the means and the way to provide whatever it was that they needed in that moment in time. And you turned away from it because it didn't fit your agenda. It didn't fit what you had to say. You didn't even listen to it. You don't even know if it didn't fit your agenda. You just said, you know what? I don't want to hear this. I don't have time for this. When they came at you at nothing but love and respect. The dream is alive. Dr. King's dream is really alive. But I think we as the people are killing it. Because we're not willing to listen. We're not willing to hear someone out. It has to fit our bracket. It has to fit in our box. But then we want them to think outside the box. We want you to think outside the box. We want you to be creative, but everything you do has to fit inside our box. It's the reason why they're exposing everything in Hollywood right now is because you're tired of being in the box. You have to fit everyone's criteria, and there's nothing coming out of it. It's funny to me how God is opening up our eyes and showing us, and we're seeing it, and we're looking at it for the gospel standpoint, but I'm seeing it from the point that God is like, they're not no better than you. They're not making as more as you, and they're not doing as well as you. But we still use these people. We look at these people, and they're still marketing these people to us. And they're just pawns in a different game. And once we start to open our eyes and realize that we're being used and there's ways that we can take control, then we will be better off. Because God is the control. God is what we need. If we praise Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ only, then we will see the foolishness that's coming right in front of our face. I mean, we just talked about a few weeks back, Lil Nas X has a video that's demeaning. He's playing with his spiritual walk to please man. He's playing with it. And we've all played with our spiritual walk. Don't get me wrong. We all played church is what I'm saying. When I say play with your spiritual walk, you played church. But those things catch up to you. But when you play for man and not like playing for yourself because you're just playing around, but when you play for man, it comes back to haunt you. It comes back to haunt you. And you don't want to play with God. Because I fear the wrath of God. I fear it. And I hope you do too. That's why I'm obedient. I know He loves me. Why would I want to make someone who loves me unconditionally mad at me? Why would I want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Why would we want to make the God who loves us so much want to make Him upset and feel the wrath? No. What we have to do now in these days and time is stop looking at skin tone, stop looking at status, and start to look at who the person is genuinely. listen to him, her, hear everything they have to say, then make a decision. And if your decision is not to talk to this person or not to want to deal with this person, then that's a decision that you made. But at least you took the time to get to know who the person is, know what they're talking about, know what they're up to, know what they're up against, instead of trying to fit everybody fit in your box. Because once we start to let people fit in our boxes, then we're not really allowing Christ to be used us for what we can do for someone else. You know, it's I'm saying this because this is today is a special day, and Dr. King was a special person who was struck down too soon, struck down for hate when it was all love. And hate is something that we cannot continually to allow ourselves to grasp us and fuel us into different things. But love moves us in a different direction. Love busts through and can change a lot of different things. Love can bring a community together. Love can bring people together. And if love is treated just right, love can change a world. Look at what Jesus did through love. It changed the world. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're coming right back. Now, if you're watching online, just remember, if you don't hear anything, so we're in a musical break, tune over to KCRO 660 AM, 106.7 FM in Lincoln, and listen to the music that we're playing. But we're going to come right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to play a little bit of that Stevie Wonder 2, Happy Birthday for Dr. King. We'll be right back with more Straight Talk to wrap the show up right after this. Join KCRO and Valencia's daughter in honoring Dr. King.
I have a dream.
Valencia's daughter handmade skincare products available on Hy-Vee on 4th Street and Cash Street, and No Name Nutrition on 72nd. Use promo code DREAM24 and get 10% off at SherryMadeWithLove.com. Valencia's daughter, keeping the dream alive. Satisfy your cravings at the Rib Shack Smokehouse located on Q Street in Omaha. Here, good food is our pleasure, indulging in the goodness of our St. Louis-style ribs, down-home food with southern hospitality. Order online at ribshacksmokehouse.com. The Rib Shack Smokehouse, where every bite is a taste of satisfaction. Discover your essence and beauty with Valencia's Daughter handmade skincare products made in Omaha. Find us at Hy-Vee on 4th and Cass Street and at No Name Nutrition on 72nd Street. Visit SherryMadeWithLove.com now and enjoy an exclusive 10% off by using promo code DREAM24. Valencia's Daughter handmade skincare products made with love.
Get close to the words of the prophets. God is in there. Moses told his people to put scripture in little boxes and tie it to their heads. Strap the Bible to your forehead. Shout proverbs from the rooftops. Post parables on your mirror and on your wall. Pack your margins with notes. Sing the Psalms as your prayers. Read Paul out loud like poetry. Know Isaiah by heart. Love Matthew like a brother. Squeeze the verses like oranges. Do like the Lord told Ezekiel. Eat this scroll and fill your stomach with it. So I ate it, and it tasted as sweet as honey. Don't just read the words of the prophets. Eat them.
Stand by. I'll be right there.
He knows your music. He speaks your mind. And he's got you locked on. Call him K. Cause you're okay with him.
You need to be listening to him and trying to figure out what note you're going to sing next time. Okay, stop trying to take over my choir. That's a $13.75 fine.
What's up, everybody? It's your family member, Charles Jenkins. This means war. And listen, you're tuned in. Stay locked in to Straight Talk with my brother from another mother, Ricardo Montgomery.
Join KCRO and the Rib Shack Smokehouse in a tribute to Dr. King.
I have a dream.
Located on Q Street in Omaha, the Rib Shack offers St. Louis-style ribs, down-home food with Southern hospitality. Order online at ribshacksmokehouse.com. Rib Shack Smokehouse, where good cooking is our pleasure, keeping the dream alive. Welcome back to Straight Talk right here on AM 660 and 106.17, the Heartland's Christian Voice. And I'm your host, your guy, Ricardo Montgomery, in the home studio. Thank you all for tuning in to us right here on this Dr. King stage. You heard the Stevie Wonder song playing in the background there. Happy birthday, Dr. King. Happy birthday to ya. This is an important day to me in Straight Talk. You know, we like to honor and celebrate Dr. King and all Americans who have laid down amazing work for the freedoms that we share in this country. It doesn't go unnoticed that God used a vessel like Dr. King. And Dr. King, if we really look at him, he's one of those Christians that no matter what you say about him, what he did to help others, he didn't really have to do. He really didn't have to do it. He could have done something else. He could have just stayed in Montgomery, founded his church, did the things he did for his church in the community, and just left it there. But he went above and beyond for the freedoms that we share today. You know, the civil rights movement, people felt the way they felt back then, but now it's highly important, and it seems like things that we kind of just brush to the side. The things that great Americans have did. People gave their lives. I mean, Dr. King is not the only one. There was a host of people that did amazing work during that time period who could have just stayed on the sidelines and just did what they needed to do for their area. But the growth and grassroots of how we can put something together should show us today that we can still do the same thing just through faith. And through everything he did was all through faith. He believed that God was going to make a way. God gave him all these different things to say, and look what it did. It changed so much of what we do today. It changed the nation. It changed this nation to make it a better nation during the toughest times of this nation's history. And it's been worse times in this history of this country, but it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago. The 60s was, you know, it seems like so far ago, but it really wasn't. It was the time my mother grew up in. It was the time that a lot of boomers grew up in. I mean, we go over Boomer Radio and we're playing the hits from the 60s and 70s, and, you know, guys like Jack and Chuck and Dave, they are speaking these things about the music and the times in that time period. And some of us see it as a great time period, for music and what you remember, but it was also a tough time period too. And the country was divided. And this country is right now divided. And here's the thing. Then we knew the answer, but we knew that it's going to take something bigger, and we needed more people to stand up. And it's the same it is now. We need more people to stand up. God is doing some amazing things, and He's calling people to stand up. But this time, it's not just for human rights. It's for our souls. It's for to get to heaven. Because right now, they're making heaven hard to find. They really are. And our children are being attacked. Our livelihood is being attacked. I don't want to sound like this person that says like, everything is all wrong and try to. No, what I'm saying is that if we truly, truly look at what Jesus Christ has given us and look at what God is placing us, we will see the greatness that He has in all of us. All of us play a role in what God has for us. But we have to step it up. Shows like this and other shows that's out there that's speaking truth, that talks about Christ, that's trying to help us all have a relationship with Christ. All the things that we need to be paying attention to, not the gossip stuff and not the pointing the finger at different churches and saying the church is doing this, the church is doing that. No, that's that one place. That one place may have some issues, but that don't mean all churches have issues. That one person may have an issue, but that don't mean all Christians have issues. But we also have to take the time to notice that we got to get it right. We all can't be out here, just running around doing whatever and thinking God's going to heal us and fix it, all these things. It's not going to happen sometimes. Sometimes we don't even get an opportunity to fix it. Sometimes we can die in our sin. People die in their sin. And they think, I'm going to get another day to get it right, and you don't. Today is the only day that matters. Today is the only day. So if you're out there and you know like, well, I got tomorrow, don't guarantee that you have tomorrow. As you ride by and you see all these cars on the side of the road and all these different things, they probably didn't think they'd slide off on the side of the road, but these things can happen. And God's blessing us so many times to where we may skid, but we still stay on track. We may mess up, but we can fix it. And sometimes we can't. Sometimes the car just end up in the ditch and we're stalled out for a long period of time. And we got to wait all this out. Sometimes we're stuck in the car, sometimes we're not. But the beautiful thing is we have a rescuer. We have someone that can rescue us, that can get us out of this. Dr. King laid down the foundation for us, and now it's time for us to keep growing this thing. Dr. King, Malcolm X, all these other leaders, Carmichael, all these other different leaders that we had. But we keep looking for leaders when God is calling us to lead. He's calling us to lead us in our own communities. It's a grassroots effort. The whole civil rights thing started as a grassroots effort. And it started with buses. And then it just moved on from there. And now we're celebrating Dr. King's Day, a federal holiday in this country. And it's a shame that more corporations don't really have people take the time off. Or even put it on their schedule to say, hey, this is a day that we're going to not do business. Because this is a day we're going to honor a great American. But it's a shame that we only see him as a black American. Not a great American. Even in death, we still look at his skin tone and think it's, he's a black man. It's a black holiday. It's not. It's an American holiday. Just as strong as the 4th of July, just as strong as Memorial Day, just as strong as Labor Day. And we have to see what this man has accomplished in this country and really use it as something to honor. Honor every day. The NBA does a great job. If the NFL was playing, I'm sure they would do a great job. But the only place where we see this is for its federal things. Each and every state has it, but every company should have this as a holiday in the books. Paying employees take off. It's MLK Day. It's Dr. King's Day, and we're gonna honor Dr. King for what he has done to bring us together. So right here on Straight Talk, we salute, honor the legacy of Dr. King. Right here on KCRO, we salute, honor the legacy of Dr. King. And I want you all to do the same thing. It's a very important day in American history. It's a very important day for Americans. Because we had a great American. He wasn't a president, but he fought for the common man. Just like many other Americans out there, but they don't get a day. This man gets a day. We have President's Day, we have all these different things, but Dr. King Day just means more. Dr. King's Day and Juneteenth, they mean more. It's an honor, it's a privilege to be an American, to celebrate these days. But we have to do it the right way. Everyone should be on the same page, and we have to keep growing our community the way that Dr. King taught us. It's a grassroots effort, and we can do it. But we have to keep Christ at the center, because Dr. King showed us, if you keep Christ at the center, and you conquer love over hate, you can accomplish so many things. So until tomorrow, Testimonial Tuesday, we'll be right back here with another great show. Got some new music for you. Got some great things lined up for y'all all throughout this week. But today goes to you, Dr. King. God be blessed. Peace.
Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Talk. Don't be lying, yes, you already know. We got you here on Straight Talk, yeah. We got you grooving. Let us know how you doing. We keep it live right here on Straight Talk. Call on my